which in turn means that we can't use his script, and so the movie is on hold.
Wait,
Yes.
what are contractual issues?
You guys didn't get the email about Dan and the Sal organization?
Me?
No, not you. Dan DeVideo. The other Dan. Well, you guys didn't get the email?
Wait, no.
Who doesn't read their email? Okay. Yes.
So with the contractual issues, does this mean we can push forward with my script?
No.
Why not?
Because your script sucks. Next question.
Yeah, what are the contractual issues?
Dan is a member of Sal.
You mean Sal's Pizza Place?
No.
Because I could really use a pizza right now.
It's not the pizza. It's not the pizza place.
Wait, is someone ordering pizza?
No.
Yeah, it's Dan's contract issues.
I don't have any contract issues.
The other Dan.
So he's the one ordering pizza.
No, Terry's got to order the pizza because it's Dan's contract issues. And I'd like my pizza with shrooms.
No. This has nothing to do with pizza. This has to do with Dan, his acting, and his script.
My script?
No, Dan's script.
But he is Dan.
The other Dan.
The one that works for Sal.
The pizza place.
I thought you said he didn't work there.
He doesn't.
You just said...
Look, Dan is a member of Sal, the Screen Actors League.
Oh, like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Which is really aptly named, right? Because, like, none of them were actually that gentle.
No, I never thought of that.
No, I really wanted to see that movie.
I heard it got really bad reviews.
Yeah, but actually it wasn't that bad, though.
Guys, focus. Dan.
Yes.
Not you, the other Dan. Dan DeVideo. Dan is part of Sal's Screen Actors League, but he hasn't been paying his dues. So, in turn, all of our footage is kind of technically illegal and could be confiscated and we could go bankrupt.
Don't you need money before you go bankrupt?
No, not having money is the key to going bankrupt.
Whoa. I'm confused. Do we have money?
No, we don't have money.
So we can't go bankrupt.
No, we can't go bankrupt because we don't have money.
Yeah, Dan.
I'm a screenwriter, not a bookkeeper.
Well, I am.
A screenwriter?
No, bookkeeper.
So what are we arguing about?
We were arguing.
Guys, we could lose everything.
But we don't have anything. So ergo... lost my train of thought.
That train was lost at the station years ago.
So can we discuss my script now?
Wait, you're a screenwriter?
He just said he was, you moron.
Thank you, Terry. So can we discuss my script?
No.
But you just told him I'm a screenwriter.
I didn't say you were a good one.
Why do you have to be so rude?
Look, I'm just a bit stressed. I could lose everything, okay?
Everything. What do you have to lose? 2 beaten vehicles in the back, your warehouse job, this for a film crew, enough money to be bankrupt somehow?
I don't have money.
Ergo...
Damn it! Well, you have enough to be bankrupt, apparently. And you have a trailer.
I don't have a trailer. Dan has one.
I do?
Not you, the other Dan. I need something stronger in this.
Sorry about the mess. We'll be back later to clean it up. Keith, didn't work.
Where is he?
Judy! Dan, wait a second. Alright, just come. Really, guys? Really? You're ratting him out? Look, we gotta stop our reselling out. I'm having enough problems going on right now. But anyways, without you. See, what's going on?
Yeah, thank you.
Keith?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening. It is Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, and you're either watching us on TV, or maybe in the future you're watching us on reruns, or you're watching us on YouTube, or you're watching us by some place that you stole this video from, which is all a possibility, and we like all of you. But it's the early late night live show, and I'm going to do a monologue, and I don't have anything to read in front of me, so I got to look this way, so I'm not ignoring you, so don't worry. Interesting, musty, moving, and deathy. These words are used to describe our trailer for tonight. Two of the words came from people who actually saw the trailer, one of them from our tech guy who wanted to talk about something else, and another word I just made up. But my one word truly for this trailer is why. Why did someone make this trailer? Why are they trying to make something more intense than it was ever meant to be? Why did Kenneth Branagh do that with his mustache? And finally, why is Armie Hammer not in more movies? Armie was interviewed about his role in this film, saying, quote, "I can't believe somebody actually hired me to do another remake after the Lone Ranger debacle. Wait, is that Johnny Depp watching me again?" Unquote. Bad movie? I don't know. Good movie? I don't care. Original film? Not in the slightest. But how original is original? Take us, for example. We are a late night talk show that totally didn't steal our logo design from the Stephen Colbert Show. Now, usually I do 3 or 4 paragraphs for my opening monologue, but I did write a very original piece and then decided not to to do it because even though it was original, it was crap. Sometimes it's best to stick with what works. Get back in the saddle, Army. It's the early late night live show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8, and let's roll those opening credits. We should do this one.
Oh my
I had
god.
another monologue that had nothing to do with the trailer. When I told you it did, I was lying. But it had nothing to do with the trailer. And Arnie's like, maybe you shouldn't. So for any of you guys out there who are wondering, hey, is there a woman out there who can talk down the stuff that I write? Arnie's email address is below. Anyways, it's the early late night live show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98. This is a spoon. So, sitting with me always, unfortunately.
Have you had sugar today?
Sitting with me always, unfortunately, is my sister KJ and the man with a nice blue shirt on today, Mitch Fortier. How are you guys doing?
I'm not feeling blue like my shirt. I'm actually in a good mood.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not
that's
feeling
nice.
brown. Never mind. All right, it's our favorite segment of the show. That's why we put it at the beginning of the show so we can get rid of it quicker. It's trailer trash. And Arnie, what's our first trailer and only trailer we have? I keep saying that. I was the one who decided to go down to one trailer, and I keep saying, what's our first trailer as if we have 2 trailers. That's what's wrong with me.
It's all right.
Someday
Maybe
we'll have
next
2
season.
again.
All right, what's our first trailer? What's our freaking
Our
trailer?
only trailer is Death on the Nile. Can we roll that, please? I think we are, so I'll just get right into it. It's Death on the Nile. This is based on the novel by Agatha Christie. It stars Kenneth Branagh, Armie Hammer, and Gal Gadot. I think it is Gal Gadot, right? Not Gal Gadot.
I think it's Gal Gadot, yeah.
Gal Gadot. Okay. Anyway, there's a death on the Nile, and Hercule Poirot has to solve it. That's the write-up.
Now, if you don't know who Hercule Poirot is, then you probably had a normal childhood. But if you do know who Hercule Poirot is, then I don't need to introduce him. So for those of you who don't know, he's an old, he's not French. He'd be very upset with
Belgium.
me.
He's
Belgian
Belgian.
detective. I know, he'd be very upset with me. Belgian detective with an extraordinary mustache and a lot of time on his hands. So, that's who he is.
Please don't sell my movies anymore.
That's going to be a quote on my gravestone. One of the things. Please don't help me anymore. Okay, Arnie, what's your thoughts on this trailer?
Me or was it to me?
You.
Okay, all right.
Change my name to Arnie.
I loved it. I really liked the Murder on the Orient Express, which he did. I know a lot of people have a problem with Kenneth Branagh's mustache. I got over it. I love him. I'll watch him in anything. I love how dynamic this trailer is, and I love how they really amped up the tension and I'm trying to think of a PG word. I can't. The lusty mood of the whole thing. I really love it, and I love the throwback to the old kind of thrillers that he's doing here. So I'm a solid 2 thumbs. Oh, I can't give but I really like it.
Have you been on this show before?
I apologize. I jumped the gun. I'm so ashamed.
What the hell's the matter with you? Why do I even keep you around sometimes? Because you do have to work. That's why, actually.
I will say this. I do agree with you. Armie Hammer should be in like all the movies, but that's just my personal opinion.
I really like Armie Hammer. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll go to Mitch Fortier. What's your thoughts on this trailer?
So really sharp looking trailer. I love the cast. It's going to be interesting to watch this from that perspective. You don't get to see a lot of mysteries that are kind of taken seriously, so that this is a little bit of a change in for flavor of storylines and plots. It's got an appeal for me for that regards. I noticed that 80% of the shots had some kind of dolly movement. So I think that it's really going to help the film move quickly, but maybe that's because the script is a little bit thin, but it did have a little racy nature to it, KJ, which I picked up on too, and I thought that was kind of interesting. But it is dynamic. There's no question about it.
Can I just interject? You are such a film nerd, Mitch. You noticed the dolly movement in the trailer shots. That's amazing, and I like you the better for it. I just wanted to put that out there.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all actually plays out if it works.
Camera movement. Arnie's email address is below. Okay. So
that's where my one word came from.
Sorry. Anna and Nick are guests for tonight. 2 of 4 guests we have tonight. What were your thoughts on the trailer? Let's start with Anna. What were your thoughts?
Well, it looked beautiful.
That's a start. All right.
We didn't get a chance to watch it because we were working all day.
Okay. Okay. Hang on a second.
Failure.
Stop.
We apologize.
I think you're missing. So you may want to just cop out of this section.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all. But
Someone could buy our votes if there's voting involved.
yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to Jen with 1 N.
Yeah, remember.
Of course I remember. Yes, Jen with 1 N. Do you know how many Jens with 1 N have been on this show? As far as I know, just you. I don't remember, actually, in all honesty. I've been doing this for a while. So, what was your thoughts on this trailer?
I did watch it just before we tuned in, and as I said right before we went live, I'm still a little sweaty because Gal Gadot. I'm with KJ on I'll watch anything with Kenneth Branagh, even if he does have a questionable mustache. But I'll definitely give it a go. But I think it would be interesting to see sort of this. I didn't see Murder on the Orient Express, to be fair, but this does look kind of interesting.
All right. Okay. Mark, did you watch the trailer?
I watched it like last week, I think. Before you had me watch it. I don't know. It kind of just looks like another murder mystery, but the cast looks pretty good, so it's up in the air. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because it looks good.
Wait. You better don't rating stop rating to Arnie. All right.
Wait, we don't do the ratings anymore?
Yeah, we do the ratings, Meatball, but we have to do it later on.
Whatever, man. She started it.
It is totally my fault. I apologize, Mark.
We have to
on this show, all right?
The film looks cool. I'll just put it that way.
Man, I expect this type of crap from Dan, but he's not on the show right now. So anyway,
just bleep me out.
Too late.
My thoughts for this trailer, if you don't remember the opening monologue, was basically we reviewed, I think, the first trailer some time ago, actually, at the old studio. Did we, Arnie? I think we did, right?
You mean Murder on the Orient Express?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. I was very excited about that too. And I think your review is about the same.
I remember thinking this is too much. This trailer's like too intense for. Well, I know this story. I've seen multiple versions of both these storylines, and it just looks like it's trying to take itself way too seriously. And out of all the Agatha Christie storylines, and I probably know way more of them than I should, in all honesty. Even though I've fallen asleep to many a Miss Marple Miss Marple episode. So
it does have a very soothing soundtrack.
Yeah, it does. Yes. I don't like this story, and I know this story. I know how it ends. I don't like this one.
I really like Kenneth Branagh, and visually, I suppose it's very well shot, and it looks like it's very well acted. It does feel like all these actors who play in all these superhero movies finally get to do a bit more of a normal movie, and they all get really excited. yeah, that's what I feel like about it. And I'm sure they're just having fun. But to me, I think when someone said something about it just being another murder mystery or something like that. I don't know. I know Arnie didn't like Knives Out, but I thought that was how you should do an Agatha Christie film. You know,
love Knives
Out. Fun. You know, they're fun stories.
Outed me on the air.
Well, no, I'm not trying to rat you. This is called a discussion. We don't have to agree on everything, Arnie, you weirdo. You don't have to agree on everything. All right, let's be honest, okay? All right? You know, we don't agree on everything. We know
don't have to. No, I totally agree. We don't have to agree.
Right, you know.
I think you have a wrapping up point to make.
Yeah, let's start something just so everyone understands. Civil War, good movie or horrible movie that was a waste of time and should not be shown to 12-year-old children? That's how I view it. Now, how do you view it?
Mark is giving that 2 thumbs down. I think you guys should start your own movie review.
Only movie I've ever fallen asleep to.
Oh my gosh!
Civil War is the only movie I've ever fallen asleep in a theater for.
Wow.
I pride myself that I can fall asleep to any movie. So
if you stay up long enough for him.
Yeah, that's a great response, Mitch. If you stay up long enough, you can fall asleep to any movie.
I think
Mark,
that's where we are. Where are we?
Oh yeah, right. We're reviewing. Yeah, Death on the Orient Murder Express. I don't know what it was. Yeah.
Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile. So, anyways, let's go to our ratings. Jen with one N, what's your ratings for this?
I'll give it 1 thumb. We'll give it 1 thumb.
What's the other thumb doing?
The other
Throw it
thumb's
in the
still
trash.
out it.
She's sitting on it.
You have to do something with the other thumbs.
Oh, I have to do. Okay, so I'll do this. One point.
All right. Okay. Mitch Fortier.
So I am going with 1 up because there's a new genre. I don't think we get a lot of these kind of serious things going on, and it looks really good. So I'm going to give it a second 1 up as well.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. I wish you guys could see Mark's face. His expression when people are doing the ratings is quite hilarious, actually. Mark, what's your rating on this?
I'm going to give 1 thumb up because it looks cool. I'm going to give the other thumb down because it's another murder mystery.
All right.
Another.
Arnie, your rating on this?
Well, I'm going to give 1 thumb up for Kenneth Branagh and then another thumb because Gal Gadot's in it. So there we go.
Oh, I thought you were going to give 1 for Kenneth Branagh, 1 for Kenneth Branagh's mustache. That's what I thought you were going to do.
I would have, but my purist Hercule Poirot friends would stone me. So I can't.
Yeah. For everyone out there, there really is only one, and we all know who he is. And if you're wondering who, then you don't know who he is. That's I'm just saying. I'm going to give 1 solid thumb up because, yes, if it was any other storyline, I would be basically thinking this is a good-looking film. But I know this storyline. And so that's where the other thumb's going down. I don't like this story. I don't.
You say it like Gollum because that's kind of how you sound. You're right.
No, we don't like this. No, we don't. No, we don't. Okay. This has been a very weird first quarter of the show. We're going to thankfully go to break. When we come back, we will have our special guest to talk about their film, Summer, which is, I think, looks way better than this film. So, we'll be back.
Thank you, but we'll see.
What's going on? Oh, hey, we're starting a new show.
I'm hosting. So are we. I even wore my suit.
Yeah, we thought at this point it would be probably a little bit better to aim at a younger audience, so we hired Kate. And them.
Wait, them? Our names are them?
Shut up.
Except we won't talk sports, we're not going to talk politics, just entertainment.
That's the same as my show.
Or not that original.
Get out.
Stay.
Terry, this is my show.
Want to keep your job?
You're fired.
Oh, what?
I'm here.
Show's canceled.
to the early late night live show. We are on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 and on our YouTube channel, the early late night live show YouTube channel. So if you are watching, please hit that thumbs up. It really helps us. It makes us feel good inside. We need that type of thing. This is a spoon. And if you are also, if you could share this on Facebook and with your friends and families and enemies alike, we really appreciate it. We are sitting right now in the virtual studio with the stars, the director and writers of the short film Summer, starring Jen with one N Drummond and Mark Haggett, right? Haggett?
Haggett. Yeah.
As in almost like haggis.
It's like haggis.
Haggis.
That's right.
Mark Haggett, I'm going to call you Haggis, with 2 G's and 2 T, all right? Anna Belmonte and Nick Okay, now you gave the pronunciation here. Zarula?
There you go.
Yep, all right. Nick Zarula, and welcome to the show, guys. How's everyone doing?
Thank you.
Good.
Doing good.
So, I do want to apologize. I'm not ignoring people, and I say this every show. I have notes because I've got a real messed up brain, and so I got to be kept on track. Otherwise, I'm just going to wander off the screen and disappear. So it's best that I keep track of the notes. So don't feel like I'm just looking off you guys. But anyways, you shot this film in the city of Concord, correct?
Correct.
Now, it says in the notes here, shout out to the awesome city of Concord. I've done a little bit of filming in Concord. But I haven't done much filming. So what was it that made it special filming in Concord? I'll go to the directors here.
I'll let Nick talk about that. He's from Concord, so he has a special connection to it. I think that's why we wanted to film it here. So I'll let you talk about that.
I don't know about special connection, but I mean, I do live here, so that's true. But I think for me, it was a place I'm very familiar with living here, and there's a lot of great locations. It's like you could essentially make art anywhere, or photography or video. Film, whatever. And I think what was great about that, I'm excited about working with the town, is that they were cooperative with not just locations, but businesses, and helping us get what we wanted to do. Like, we were essentially shooting with locations that would be in a feature film or be very cost prohibitive for a small film to do, but with the cooperation of the town, cooperation with the vendors and property owners here. And that all goes back to the town, because that's where it all started. So that's why it's exciting. That's why it was great for me, is to be able to do that here. And plus, being in one town, I guess technically we shot one thing not here, one scene, but doing everything in one town is also easy for logistics. So we did like 4 company moves in one day would be an example.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
Normally.
That's really cool. Now, did you go through like the Chamber of Commerce? I mean, or did you just call it the town hall, or how did you go about doing that when it came to?
So I went right to the city planner in the town hall. And we went to like the film office. With the film office, they generally only want to help with bigger projects. So for us, they're like, oh, it's easier for you to go right to the people. So we just went right to the town. And I promoted an event for a long time in Concord, so I know a few people. Not that helped, but it's nice to like have an email or have a connection. And now I'm being serious. Like, they weren't like, oh, Nick, great, let's do it. They were like, oh, what was your event? Like, oh, we know what that is. But so it was nice, to say the least.
Yeah, it was nice to bring some film production to New Hampshire as well. Kind of start that. We've been talking to some of the local community about trying to get film production kind of recognized and started up in New Hampshire. So it's also a good part of it.
I love filming in New Hampshire. It's so awesome. To me, it's the best place in the country to film, because you got such a varied amount of locations at your fingertips. And the great thing about New Hampshire is it's either yes or no. You call the place there. Yeah. It's either yes, I'll be as cooperative as possible and help you out the best that I can, or no.
That's pretty much that's
it. Now, was this your first film?
No. For our first film, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess yours maybe.
Yeah. I mean, he owns a production company, so we make content all the time.
It's a tricky question, because we do this for a living. We shoot commercial advertising every day.
Yep.
And I've done, I think 4 documentaries, but I'm not a comedic or narrative writer / DP. So, this is the first like comedy or narrative that I shot. I've operated a camera and second united on comedies before, so I have experience there, but it's not what we do every day. We do advertising.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Well, so what is your first personally helmed narrative production then?
Correct.
If you're not counting things before the age of 14, then yeah.
I think it's best we don't count most things before the age of 14.
That's
in my
fair, yeah.
experience,
I
anyways.
like that.
Yeah, best to burn that whole part of my history
Just
away.
start
Actually,
from here on out.
29 backwards. Actually, I think I want to burn all that away.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So I'm gonna go turn over to the cast right now. Jennifer Drummond and Mark Haggis. I'm just gonna call them that from now on.
Oh, that's all right.
It's a great team. I think it's a much better name for you.
That's just great. Let's roll with it. You know.
So we've had you on the show before, and you guys are always fun having on the show. And Jen, I've worked with you on one of my projects before. But how was it playing siblings? The two of you get along, it seems like really well each time I've met you. But was that helpful for playing the characters, sibling characters?
You want to do this one, Jen, or?
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we've been friends for a bit over a year at this point and worked on a couple other projects together, just the connection and the chemistry was pretty easy to fall into, and I think we kind of normally have bust each other up kind of sibling rapport anyway. So I think we fell into the older sibling, me, younger sibling, Mark characters pretty easly.
That's awesome. Now,
yeah, I agree.
Go ahead.
I just kind of hit it right on the head. Yep.
That's good. Mark Haggis, man of little words. Yeah. Well, Mark, how did you get the role?
So Nick, you pulled focus on a film that I did, right?
Yeah.
On the late fall. So he ended up just hitting me up through email one day, and he was like, "Yo, so I got a script. Maybe you might be interested, maybe you're not, but if you wouldn't mind taking a look at it and let me know what you think." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, sure, I'll check it out." Right. And I read it, and I was like peeing my pants laughing the whole time reading the script. And I was like, "Dude, this thing's awesome. I'm totally down." He was like, "Awesome. Great." And
so I want to turn over to Nick. What is the film about?
Oh, all right. So
start from the top.
Yeah, start from the top. So it's a really simple premise, simple story. So essentially, two siblings lose their father, and after losing their father, they have to clean out his apartment. So while they're cleaning out his apartment, they find a lifelike sex doll and have to dispose of it. Without tarnishing their good family name. So their dad's divorced, and he's like the local mayor in town, so everyone loves him. So it's sort of an adventure comedy, dark comedy, where you're following them around trying to get rid of something they can't, because you can't just throw one of these things away.
So it's like a body disposal film,
it's a body
like a
disposal
caper comedy.
I think we broke Terry.
I don't want to be the person in the prop department for this one.
Yeah.
No, what? Wow. Okay. Yeah. You said before the show you want to save describing the film for on the air, and I think that about describes it. Now, that
sums it up, maybe.
That sums it up. Yeah.
Nick, this was your brainchild. How did it come about? And I'm a little worried to ask that, knowing the plot now.
Mark and Jen are already laughing because the answer is just.
No, I'm a totally normal person. I was we travel a lot, so we're just driving one day, and from here to Pennsylvania or somewhere, and we were just passing a lot of these like roadside shops, and I just kept thinking like, how do you throw that stuff away? Like, there's lifelike people inside that building. Like, if you buy that, it's stuck in your house. You have to store it. So I was like, man, if you had to throw one of those away, that would suck.
You can't just like put it on the curb.
Yeah, you can't just put it in your garbage can with the feet sticking out. So then I just was like kicking around the idea with Anna. We wrote I wrote a page, and then we looked at it, and I was like, wow, this is like a thing. We should make this short film. And then we wrote 5 pages, and then it was just kept going from there. Then we made it not just be slapstick funny, we changed it to have being heartwarming and having an actual adventure with an arc. So it's just, I guess, just from traveling around the country and just seeing stuff and meeting people, I was like, oh, how does this happen? How does this work?
The other day, my girlfriend said she wanted to go see the Annabelle films in drive-in, and I said no because I'm a chicken and I don't want to watch movies like that. That's another film about a doll. So when I looked at the question here and it said the lead actress is actually Summer, a doll, I was thinking like a Little Raggedy Ann doll is what I had in mind.
It would have been easier to handle and carry around the set.
Life size.
She was a little heavy.
She was. Mark and Jen can talk a little bit about carrying her around and throwing her and.
Was she a diva? That's my question.
Oh, she was perfect. She was perfect to work with.
She's a total diva.
Oh, a diva? She was the best actress on set.
Ouch. Ouch.
I'm just kidding, Jen.
She didn't bring anything down. She didn't help carry anything.
Yeah, she had her own trailer and everything.
She had the cardboard box.
No, she had an actual trailer card. Remember the one that made Riley get sick?
Oh yeah, you want to talk?
Sorry, Riley, if you're listening. I love you, Riley. Riley, I love you.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are filming during this pandemic. What was it like? Did you need to rewrite the script to accommodate certain changes or whatnot? I'm assuming the script was written prior to the pandemic.
It was, yeah, it definitely was. We were pretty far into pre-production, I'd say, like February, March. So we had everyone cast. We had crew all lined up. We had, I think, a crew of like maybe 20 people. We were looking at makeup artists and script supervisor and gaffer. I mean, all these people coming in from New York and Massachusetts, and then sent an email out to everybody. We're like, well, we're going to keep an eye on things. We're still definitely going to make this thing, but we want to keep everyone safe and we'll keep you updated. And that kind of email went out a few times. And, as the summer rolled around, it started to kind of look like, the filmmaking industry was opening up a little bit, new protocols. We were looking, every other day at new safety protocols that film sets were following. And so we started to talk about the possibility of actually making it happen. And so that involved cutting the crew in like a third, like we slashed the crew, unfortunately. Had to definitely do some rewrites. We had one scene that was a big, huge, crowded exterior funeral scene. Couldn't do that. So we had to rewrite that a little bit. So it was definitely a challenge. And I think that we had a good time figuring out making it work. Everyone wore masks and stayed distant. Everyone was sanitizing all day long, and it was definitely an adventure, but made it happen.
Now, do you feel like the film got better with those rewrites?
I feel like it stayed the same because to be honest with you, the rewrite is so minor. We made adjustments for protocols for the rewrite. We still have the scene, and I think it still worked exactly how we wanted it. And I honestly think if we did it the way we wanted to the first time, it would have been much more difficult to manage.
Yeah.
Right. With
the amount of extras.
Yeah, because we had like 150 extras originally, and now we were down to like 30 maybe or 25. Yeah. And that worked way better. I think it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, person didn't like them that much at the funeral, so they should better off having a lower amount of people.
Well, we made it so everyone was exiting the funeral and going home.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the line changed from "Who are all these people?" to "Who were all those people?" So little finessing.
All right, well, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to have some more questions for you guys. I'm really looking forward to chatting with you a bit more. It's the Early Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. We are with the stars, director, and writer of the film Summer. And I don't know when it's coming up, but we'll be talking more about that when we come back from break. Stay tuned.
No!
Again.
What's going on?
Well, we're trying to film a promo for the Early Late Night Live Show, but Facebook Live keeps kicking us off.
Technical difficulties. Tell me about it.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. All right. It's the Early Late Night Live. It's out of 10.
What are you trying to say?
Well, that people should watch the show because we have so much fun, talk entertainment news and, things like that. And, of course, my segment.
Yeah.
I swear, Facebook hates us.
Hey, maybe if we do this.
Oh.
Whoops. Accidental selfie.
Yeah, okay, look, let me.
I got it.
No, you apparently don't.
No, I do.
You don't actually know what you're doing.
It's
all right?
my phone.
Yeah, listen, let me do it.
Guys.
You're acting like such a girl.
Oh my gosh, you
guys.
What?
We're live.
Hey. Join us Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Exeter Channel 98.
And on YouTube when it works.
And we will talk entertainment news and trash some trailers. And then, of course, we've got my segment. So don't miss it. Join us on Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Siblings.
Welcome back to the early late night live show. We're on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98 and on our YouTube channel. The early late night live show YouTube channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends and enemies alike, and share with people you don't know. Be that sort of creep that is just throwing things around because, you know, we're worth it. Believe me. Anyways, we're here with the cast and crew of Summer, the comedic short film that was shot in Concord, New Hampshire, through this successfully through this pandemic. So, yeah, I got a few more questions to ask for you guys. For starters, what's next after this? I mean, are you taking a break, waiting until the COVID situation is over?
That's a good question. I think we're kind of...
I think we'd like through. Are you mean like for us or for them?
For you guys. Yeah, I would say
Okay.
the filmmakers, yes.
Yeah, I guess like another idea came from this one that we'll try to film, and then I also in the same time came up with like a feature idea we might
I think
start.
you just
like,
excited Jen. She's very excited. Like I think.
Yeah, she knows about it. So
well, she knows about both, so they're obviously we're in love with them. So we
yes.
want to use them again. But we have some ideas we're kicking around, but it just do work. You know, we're the industry's opening back up, so just our production company's busy again, and we're just doing normal work stuff. And we've got, you know, to plan another personal project this year is probably not realistic. Maybe something, but I think next year we're looking at finishing another screenplay.
Very
but
cool.
this would be feature length, so that would need real money.
Jen, what have you got planned for this year as an actress? Right? Are you now? You've mainly just done acting work within film, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. Have you got any more feature projects coming up this year that you're currently working on, or?
Well, I just went back to work myself in a hotel, so focusing on that. But I might let Mark talk about the next thing because it's kind of his thing, but I'm also involved in that.
Well, Mark.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
Is kind of a filmmaker, you know.
Kind of, a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe.
So what's the next? What you got next, Mark Haggis?
Oh, that's right. We're doing a sequel to the Batman movie that I did.
It's pretty good accent. I'm sorry that.
He does it all the time.
Yeah,
That was
no,
the time.
we're doing a sequel to the Batman movie I came on your show before and talked about.
Yep.
This time I'm playing Batman, and it worked out scheduling wise. But Jen is going to be Catwoman. Anna is going to be my special effects artist, and Nick is my DP.
Oh, that's gonna be wicked awesome. You know, Arnie last week on the show was wondering why another Batman movie was being made, and both me and my girlfriend echoed the phrase blasphemy, because why shouldn't there be another Batman movie being made? So the question is, when you come on your show to talk about the Batman movie, and I'm totally teasing Arnie right now, is she going to say, why are we making another Batman movie? So
I will not say that.
And I will have plenty of answers for you guys.
I knew that would get her back on the show. So that's really cool. So when are you looking to start production on that?
First film block is October.
Oh, awesome. Awesome,
Yep.
awesome. So now this was your first narrative project, Nick. How do you feel it differed from doing video production work? And I did video production work for a while, and I'll do it every now and then, but I personally didn't like it. I didn't want to do it anymore. Because it sort of felt like someone was invading in my playtime, and I didn't like it. So I steered away from it, and I went to strictly to film work. I started with film work, and I've continued like narrative storyline. That's how I started, and then video production fills in the void. So how did it differ from you going from almost strictly video production to a narrative project?
I mean, it's honestly the same job, because when we're doing like a documentary or branded documentary for like a nonprofit, it's essentially narrative work, but it's a shorter story in a more condensed time frame. And we'll do longer stuff like 20, 30-minute docs also for companies. But it doesn't really, the technique doesn't vary. I think sometimes the camera movement and stuff plays more in narrative, like what we decide to do with the camera versus in advertising. But it's really the same. And I think like Mark and Jen could probably talk to this, but if anything, it makes us a little more efficient when we're working on summer, because we're used to clients and client monitors and people having tight schedules and never booking enough time. So we work very quickly. So we were able to move through shots and stuff and we knew exactly what we wanted going in. There was no searching for shots on the day. It was like storyboarded, broken down, focal lengths, everything. So I think if it's actually the opposite, where being a video, doing this for a living makes it easier for me to do it narratively, I think, or just in what we shot.
Now, okay, that's interesting. So, like, I come at directing as a storyteller. I wrote stories before I decided to make movies, and I wanted to perform before I realized no one was going to hire me. So I just made the movies that I wanted to perform in and realized, oh, damn it, now I got to direct these things. And so I kind of came sort of backwards into it, and I grew to love directing and producing and everything like that. But it started off as a performer, trying to be, that's why I do the show. So when it comes to my directing, I have a tendency that and I think Jen can attest to it, hopefully, I like to let actors play. And that's like kind of my mentality of, oh, you got something because to me, it's always playing. We get to play dress up and we get to have fun. And, so I like to sort of let that room to breathe. Now, within your script, was there a lot of ad-libbing? Was there much or did it all pretty much what was on the page ended up on the screen? I'm not saying good, bad, or different.
It's a good question, because like I'm definitely not a director where like we have a very specific thing we're going to do. But for Jen and Mark, we would say like going into this, we said these aren't characters that exist. These are you guys. So make it your own. And on set, they definitely added lines and ad-libs that really helped the film, but I'm not the kind of director where we're like, because like how this film really quickly worked was that we co-directed, but I was directing photography and operating the camera. So if I was directing, it was to Anna first to say, do you agree with this change or this what I'm going to do? And then we would talk to them. So it was very collaborative, but I'm on the camera the whole time. So I'm, really in the action. But going back, I prefer to keep it as tight as possible, because when you go back in post-production, when you're looking at cutting a scene, if it wasn't consistent, then the dialogue doesn't match. Then we don't have the cut we want. It doesn't match. And then we're set at like making a concession in the edit, which we don't want to do. So we're pretty tight. We definitely let people play. I think we had a really, really great time, and they ad-libbed a lot that added to it. But it was like secret ad-libbing that wasn't, I don't know how to put it. It was like stuff that we didn't even know was going on set.
They knew what we were going for.
Yeah, they knew.
They didn't. There was
like magic.
A lot of stuff, even stuff that I think I mentioned it to Jen. I don't know if I didn't, but like there was a lot of times where they had, lav wireless microphones and they were, 50 feet away, and we call action. And before they even pull into the frame, they're just talking amongst themselves, just in character, just, okay, we got to do this, got to do that, blah, 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 blah. And then they pull up and then they get into frame. But we used that in the edit. Like, it worked. So they were just, we can't tell them enough how awesome they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, now, so was there much laughing? Like, how many takes? Like, it's a funny script, and Mark colorfully described him as urinating himself whilst reading the script, and so I'm assuming it's quite a funny script. Yeah, it's interesting when you're filming a comedy because you want to laugh sometimes, but you basically got to get it to a point where you're not finding the scene funny in order to perform the scene. So, but was there much cracking up on set?
Yeah. Yes and no. I would say yes amongst the crew, because we're all such good friends, especially now after making this. We had such a good time, and everyone's so creative and so talented. We had a really good time joking around, but I think everyone, once the camera was up, I think everyone was kind of down to business to do their job. There was definitely one scene that I won't spoil, but we were outside doing something really funny, and we needed the audio, so no one could laugh. But I think everybody was just had their face in their hands, just trembling, trying not to laugh. And there's even, like, it was just great. Yeah, so we had a good time.
But yeah,
Alright,
going
well,
to that, like, so
we are-
I think what made is like,
sorry, go
we
ahead.
would laugh. Sorry, like we would laugh between takes, and I'm like definitely a joker kind of guy, like make jokes. But the thing that also about me
Jen's
is like
cracking up
no,
at
but-
just the thought of
But
that.
as soon as the joke's over, I'm like, okay, everybody, now we're gonna do this. Like, it's
Yeah, and
time,
everyone's
it's
just-
time to go, and pictures up. So I think like there were moments, but no, we didn't do a lot of takes. I think that's thankful to them. I think the most we did was maybe 7.
Yeah, I have an outtakes timeline in my editing file, and there's like nothing. There's like a couple of times, but it's all before the camera was really rolling. It's all these two were so professional and so good, and we had a good time.
We
That's
definitely
awesome. Now,
had.
when is? Oh, sorry,
No. Go ahead.
Jen. You're the guest. Go for it.
Okay, I was just gonna say this attests to what Nick and Anna were saying. I mean, after the first day on set, Mark and I looked at each other and we were like, "Wow, we just got a lot of stuff done really fast. We're used to film,
Yeah.
well, I guess I'm gonna be here for 12 hours, and it just is what it is." But that's not to say that we didn't have the most fun. But it was so efficient and so professional, and we felt safe the whole time in the middle of this pandemic. I mean, it was just kind of the perfect storm of creative and fun, and everyone being extremely professional and hardworking. We just had a blast.
Well, a couple
pretty-
last
pretty
questions.
amazing.
All right. First of all, how long is the film?
It's like 20 minutes.
20 minutes right now. We're almost locked. So
Yeah.
I'd say we're like locked at 19 minutes,
Yeah.
18 minutes, something like that.
And I mean, people can find more information at summermovie.com, right?
Summerthefilm.com.
Synonyms.
Yeah, everything. So if you want more information on social media or the website, it's just at Summer the Film. And
On everything.
On everything. So
Yeah.
summerthefilm.com, Summer the Film on Instagram, Summer the Film everywhere.
Facebook,
All right.
email.
Pretty easy.
And last thing, if it was one dream project you could do, Nick, what would it be?
My next film that I'm
Yeah,
writing the
honestly.
screenplay for.
That's the best answer we've gotten so far. Jen, you got to top that answer. What one dream project, one dream role, a project? What would it be?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, right now I want to do Nick's feature.
Yeah. Smart actress there. All right, Mark, you know the question.
Oh boy.
So I've answered this before, and then I fulfilled it, and I'll answer it again while fulfilling it again. I'm going to be Batman, so what's up?
Awesome, guys. What is the name of your production company, Nick?
It's CZ Video Productions.
CZE? Is that what you said?
C like Charlie, Z like Zebra, Video Productions.
Video productions. Guys, this has been so much fun having you on the show. What? Okay. You're all right?
We have fun.
Together, I think we're just exploding.
All right. Okay. Everyone okay? Everyone cool right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to judge what's going on. You're not sitting on the couch next to me. It's like I have to there's like this lag, and I have to figure out where like everyone is in the room and stuff like that. And it's just tricky,
We just have a good time together. That's all.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We're going to go to the final quarter of the show. You guys are going to stick around for the game, correct?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, awesome. We are going to go into our final break. When we come back, we're going to take a minute for me, Mitch, and Arnie to see how we're doing. All right, and then we'll have our game. We'll be right back. Early Late Night Live show. Stay tuned. Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, all right, go.
What?
Go. Now!
Oh, Terry. I know you don't want to talk about tech on the show, but...
I don't care.
I got something that might be pretty interesting.
I highly doubt it.
I think it is.
I think you're wrong.
Will you hear me out?
Not as long as I'm breathing.
Terry, Ryan!
I swear, if you bring up tech stuff one more time, I'm going to fire you. Man, that was tense. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to talk with Terry about tech one more time. Hey, Terry, guess what Terry's doing?
Nick, leave?
He'll be back.
Oh.
Am I not on the... I'm back? Okay. Am I here? All right, good. Oh, we're still on the air. Welcome back to the Early Late Night Live Show, Wednesday night, 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98. Dan Graham, do we have our 1 minute timer? All right. So we'll start off with Mitch Fortier. Mitch Fortier, when you see the timer, tell us how you doing. When you see the timer. Oh, it's going? I don't see it.
Hey,
there we go.
good.
All right.
Yeah, kind of feeling the summer's winding down, so I'm getting a little bit sad about that. Motorcycle season's going to be over soon. But I've been working on the voiceover booth, trying to learn Pro Tools. Big learning curve. But it'll be helpful in the future. And trying to do some sound editing, too, for some films that I've worked on. So I'm looking forward to having that skill under my belt. Got a couple other things in the works. Not ready to announce just yet, but film industry's picking up, or commercials and so forth. So I've actually been to New York for a shoot. Did a lot of political ads being done, as you can imagine. So some behind the camera work until auditions have been coming through as well. So I'm just trying to stay on top of those. Enjoy what's left of the good weather. It's been an amazing summer, so grateful for that.
All right. Time's up. Okay. An amazing summer.
I kind of like it.
Arnie.
They gave me a good chin.
Yeah, like, wow. All right, yeah. All right. Amazing summer. Wow. Well, if your how you doing moment is over, but I would like to, I would say, what? Amazing summer? That's good. I'm really glad for you. But Arnie, let the boys know how you doing.
All right, I'm just waiting for the timer. It's probably going to go over my head again, or maybe not. All right, there it is. Yay. All right, so you can't see me, but the show that I was just in, you couldn't see me either. Or now you can. I did the narration for Steve Blackwood's short film, Private, which came out on Tuesday. And it's really cool. It's like this little film noir thing that we did via Zoom. So that was a lot of fun. It was interesting to do. And then I'm currently casting for a table read, which is a Hercule Poirot table read called Evil Under the Sun, which we're going to do on September 19th. I roped Terry in. I got a whole bunch of other victims, the actors who are tuning in and helping me with that. But other than that, not too much. Just kind of living the dream here in Chester. I get 15 seconds left, but I give it to you, Terry.
Oh, you got like 20 seconds left, don't you?
I get like 9, 8, 7, 6.
AJ yields her time to Terry.
My summer was not that awesome. It was fine, but it wasn't that awesome.
The problem is the lag. I can't really tell. So Dan, tell me when the timer's up.
All right.
So how am I doing? So I'm so glad the friggin' hot weather is over with. I hate hot weather with a fiery passion. And by the way, that whole BS that people talk about, it's a dry heat. It's like, yeah, so's a friggin' oven. All right. And I really don't like hot weather. And so I'm very glad that's over with. I'm very happy that it's cool and it's rainy. I walked out of work today and it was raining out. I'm like, this is lovely. And some lady's like, I'm like, no, seriously, it's lovely. Like, this is really awesome. But beyond that, I have been trying to do a lot of catch-up work for Narrow Street Films. We haven't been filming much, obviously, or really anything with this whole pandemic. A couple big projects are put on hold, but that's okay. It's given us more time to prep for it. And I'm just looking forward to hopefully having a nice holiday season, a nice relaxing fall. And so, I think that's about it. That's all I've got. All right. That was fun. We can blame Marnie for this. How you doing? But I want to have a nice logo because it was her idea for this, and I kind of like this. This whole how you doing thing, but I gotta have like a nice logo of like maybe the guy from Friends going, hey, how you doing? I think that's I gotta do. So
licensing might be interesting for that.
That's a good point. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Good point, Arnie. That's smart. Okay, we are turning this segment over to Mitch Fortier for the game segment. And Dan Graham, you can remove my face right now if you want and bring on a couple of our guests.
Yeah, you can take mine out too.
Yeah, bring our guests on and let Mitch Fortier host the game.
Hey, wait, got a little surprise for you. Hold on.
Hey,
not ready.
Now I'm up top. What's up?
Oh, there it is.
Whoa.
Hey, you.
It's all official and stuff.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm the music.
Right? That'd be awesome. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like I blend in a little bit with my blue shirt. Hey, so you guys want to participate? All right, so I'm going to give you pens and papers. Hold them aside because I like to play this little game to get us started. We got to get your brain working. It's one of my favorite games, and that is the somebody names an actor, and you take the first letter of their last name, and you come up with another actor. The next person who comes up with another actor. Have you guys played this game before?
No.
No. All right, so I'm going to say like Steven Seagal. So now the next person has to come up with an actor whose name begins with S because that's the first letter of his last name. And we just go around the horn.
Hey, Mitch, just so we can figure out the order, I want you to call out the name of the next person. Just so
I
we
will
know
do
who's
that.
gonna-
All right, so we'll go with Mark, and then we'll go with Jen, and then we'll go with Nick, and then we'll go Anna. But I will remind you. Ready? So I'm going to start the game off. The actor. Hey, oh, it's Steven Seagal. Mark.
Sean Penn.
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, then me, Sam Jackson.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Hugh Grant.
Grant. Oh no, that's a fighter. I lose. do we just keep going?
Nope, Mark's out. Go ahead.
I'm out, man.
So go ahead, Jen. Hugh Grant.
Gal Gadot.
Nice.
George Clooney.
You know. Christopher Walken. I just came up with that.
You guys are so much better at this game
All right.
than me.
Hey, actually, yeah, no doubt. It was going really quick and really, like, I was pretty impressed, actually. Mark, you disappointed me, brother.
Sorry, dude.
It happens to the best of us. All right, so this next game's going to be a little bit easier. Now you got your pens and papers ready. So I'm going to give you a letter. And then, hey, Dan, we got that timer? So I'm going to put when the timer comes up, you'll have 1 minute to write as many words as you can using that letter as the first letter. So, for example,
Now,
I say
all
B.
planets just the guest right now.
So, yeah, the person who comes up with the most words in 1 minute, well, you'll win. Yeah?
All right.
All right.
Okay. So, and go. The letter is B.
Oh.
We know it's a doom, 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 doom.
Watch everybody right.
Is that copyrighted? Am I going to get in trouble?
Yeah, you are. We're gonna get pulled off the air. Thanks, Mitch.
Oh, snap. Again, we'll get pulled off the air again.
Oh man. Remember the good old days we used to do this Facebook Live and every other time we'd be like, oh, we actually weren't on.
30 seconds. I'll have to come up with
Oh no.
That's copyright. No, somebody might steal that from me now. Maybe I should copyright it. Pretty catchy.
It is pretty catchy. I approve. Next time I'll play my ukulele song. It's about a minute.
That'd be cool.
It has lyrics and everything. It'll screw everyone up.
2, 1, 0. Pens down. Sorry, I probably should have given you a bit longer of a countdown than that, but
Way easier when you have a keyboard, by the way, guys. Way easier.
Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that. You could probably use your keyboard too, but that might be cheating because you actually have to write it. So, all right, so let's go around the horn. We're going to start with Anna. How many did you get?
Oh, well, let's see. I don't know if we're going to read them or count them.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and count them first, and then if you guys, we can read them as well. See how many of the same words
17.
you came up with. Shit. 17?
Yeah.
Impressive. Right, so we'll go ahead and read them off for us real quick.
Okay, bare naked, which I misspelled bara naked. Boggle, bolognese.
Wait, it was B?
B.
Oh, Mark, you're so pretty.
So Mark,
You're so pretty.
All right, so we got bolognese, blueberries, baked, baby, boxer, Baylor, barn, big, byfield, barge, bore, blight, benign, beignet. And then just the letter B because I ran out of time.
Might be a word in some language. Hey,
The
Nick,
letter
did
B,
you,
maybe.
Nick, did you play?
I got 15.
And what did you come up with for words?
Oh, you want me to read them? Okay. Boy, big, bag, bog, brag, banana, bicycle, bike, bear, blue, bilingual, billfold, button, bread, and
You came up
brand.
with such good words.
I think half the fun is actually hearing people say the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a I don't know, you know.
It's somewhat of a tongue twister. So, Jen, how many did you come up with?
20.
What?
Oh, snap. All right, as
Right.
fast as you can, read them.
All right. Boy, bat, base, beach, beat, vegetable, and beat, baby, ball, beef, berry, basket, basketball,
Ball.
bat, bake, board, bad, bike, beam, blather, biscuit.
You say baby ball?
Baseball.
Baby ball.
What was it? Blabber biscuit?
Yeah, what's a blabber biscuit?
Blabber biscuit.
Mark is a blabber biscuit.
Wow.
Spoken like a true cast member. So, Mark, what letter did you use?
E.
E. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that might be even a little bit more difficult, honestly. So, how many
I
did you
got
come up with?
I got 16 for E.
Wow.
Wow.
So
All
uh,
I'm gonna make an executive decision, give 2 bonus words because it was such a difficult letter. My
all
judgment.
right.
So it's a total of 18, which puts you in second place.
Hell yeah. You want me to read them off still?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ear,
Good
elf,
luck.
elbow, elephant, end, each, even, electric, electricity, evil, ending, endless, eternity, eventually, even, each other.
Dark, man, dark.
Wow. You all right?
You
Is
okay?
each other one word?
Is this some kind of secret therapy session for Mark?
This is like a therapy session a little bit.
Why? Because I had elephant?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the one that worried me.
Yeah,
One for me.
the one.
That was the elephant in your words.
Yeah.
Elephant.
But
Oh man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? Really? All right. So, Mark.
Yeah.
I'd like you to give us 3 things that are about yourself. 2 of them are going to be true. 1 of them needs to be false. And Jen, you get to try and figure out which one of those are. See how well you know your cast.
Oh
boy.
This, by the way, guys, make this work because this is our last thing for tonight because the show's just about over, kids. I'm sorry.
Yep. Give this one shot.
All right. Ready?
I'm ready.
I grew up on a farm. I grew up on a boat, and I grew up in Newburyport.
Which one is true or which one is not true? Okay.
Which one is not true?
Okay.
Jen has to answer, not us. But I know.
Well, I'm just following along.
I know which one it is.
Yeah, me too.
which one is not true?
Yeah.
I think you grew up on a farm is not true. Really?
Yeah.
Boat?
Nope.
I was gonna say that would have been what I was like, seemingly the one that I would have gone with. So
No, I've
two that are
never
not
lived.
true.
I've never lived in Newburyport.
Oh, that's fair.
but if you lived in Newburyport and grew up on a boat, that would actually make sense.
That's
would
where I
make
was
sense.
going.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks.
Well
sorry, we
played,
gotta wrap
well
up the
played.
show.
Congratulations to all the winners.
All right.
We gotta wrap up the show. We gotta wrap this up. I'm so sorry.
Take it away,
man.
Terry.
A lot of fun with Mark Haggis, Jen with one N. I have a lot of fun saying that. I don't know why I have a lot of fun. The writers and directors of the film Summer. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for playing. On this final note, I'm going to say bird, brain, bark, bowel, bath, bacon, bake, baker, brothel, brother, broth, back, baby, bay, Bombay, bomber, bomb, and babe. I'm out of here. Next week.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching the Early Late Night Live Show. We are on every Wednesday night live at Exeter Studios in Exeter, New Hampshire, 7 p.m. every Wednesday night. Please make sure to join us next week for more entertainment, comedy, and information that is probably not that important or timely, but no sports and no politics, so there's that. To find out more about my film company, make sure to check out narrowstreetfilms.com. To find out more about Killarney's writing, make sure you check out KillarneyTraynor.com. To find out more about Mitch and his acting, I'm sure he's got a website. I keep forgetting the name of it. I'll write it down here. To find out more about the wonderful studio that we produce at Exeter Studio, go to exeternh.tv. They're a great studio and they're doing a lot of cool things. But please make sure to like us on Facebook, and please, please, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell and like, and make sure that you share with your friends and enemies alike, because we don't judge that much. See you next week.